Good night, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Chelle. If you're new and this is the first time you're seeing me, hi, how are you? Welcome. In today's video, it was just so funny. Like, you can tell from the title below, if you are a retail worker, I know for a fact you're gonna feel me. Okay, I know for a fact you're gonna feel me on half the things I'm gonna talk about, because literally nothing is more annoying than when people do certain things to try your patience. To try your patience, girl. So, you know, I don't want this to be longer than it needs to be. So let's jump into the video. All right, so the first thing I think that drives me crazy in retail is when people are always like, oh, do you work here? Like, no, I'm just walking around with a walkie attachment to my ear, a name tag. You know, my current company doesn't have like a name tag that physically say your name, but it has, you know, a company logo pretty much to let you know that we work here. And then of course we have a walkie on. I mean, I don't really think I'd be walking around with a walkie on if I didn't work here. I hate that. Hate that. That's like #1 pet peeve. Another thing that I hate is when people ask like super rhetorical questions. For example, my store sells, you know, a plethora of different items. So it's a plethora of different items. I had the signage for this particular item literally said washable. Literally on the signage it said washable. This lady had the audacity to come to the register, okay, hunty, had the audacity to come to the register, look at me dead in my eyes and go, is this washable? And I'm looking at her like, well, baby, which table did you take it from? Didn't you not take it from the table that said washable? Because you know what was funny? That day I was actually on register and I literally watched her. Like, I watched her pick it up because she already had some items on the counter that I was already scanning and checking out. And then she turned around and I guess that caught her eye like last second, and she picked it up off the table that said washable. And then she goes, you know, to ask that question, I'm just like, really? Someone didn't have their coffee this morning, because girl. Another pet peeve that I have is when I happen to be working the men's side and guys come in with their girlfriends. Now, let me just say, men on their own shop very clean. They're like super independent. I won't say they're macho, because I definitely don't get those vibes from them. It's just that they know what they're looking for a lot of the time, and if they spot what they're looking for, they know how to find their size. They don't need you to go through a pile and find a size for them. Like, if you offer, they'll just be like, oh no, it's fine, I got it. I think I could, you know. I've had a guy, it was so adorable. He was like, I think I can manage to pull my own size. I shouldn't be able to screw that up. It was like light humor, you know what I'm saying? But I hate when they come in with their girlfriends or their wives, and I'm literally just there to do customer service, y'all. Like, I don't care about you, dude. I don't care nothing about this. But they will see me and I would be like, hey, so what are we shopping for today? How can I help you? And the girlfriend would just jump in the mix like, we're fine. And I'm like, damn, sister, like, I'm just trying to do my job. Like, girl, I'm professional. Okay, I am professional. I don't come in here. I didn't come over here to try to hit on your dude. Like, I just came over to literally ask if you need assistance. But now that I know that you don't need my help, I'll go help somebody else that does. It's like the most weird thing. It's the weirdest thing ever, because it's like, why are you being so insecure though? Like, it's not that big of a deal. It really isn't. Like, whatever. Another thing I hate, I mean, I don't know, like, you guys can let me know in the comments below if I'm just being a little bit extra, But I hate when people don't have the human decency to take stuff out of their fitting rooms. Like, you have tried on 20 different items and you have magically found a way to leave it all over the floor. If it's not on the floor, they're just turned inside out, just looking a mess, honey. Just a mess. Oh my God. I get nervous when I see people going in with a lot of stuff, because in my particular store, we don't have a limit. Like, you can go in there with literally the whole damn store and we won't be able to say jack squat to you. So it really gets me nervous when I see people going in with a lot of items, because I'm just like, okay, if they're not buying all of this, and it usually comes to a point where it's like, that's not really the case. I'm just like, bro, if you're not buying all of this, you are gonna leave a storm, honey, a storm for me to clean up. And I'm just like, oh dear God. It's the worst thing. Or when people try to help you, but they put the clothes on the hangers inside out or wrong side in, or however you guys say it. It's like, I would almost prefer if you just left it there. Like, I would prefer it if you just left it, because now it's double the work for me to take it off the hanger, flip it right side up, you know, right side around, and then put it back on the hanger. Like, I would almost have preferred you not to do anything at all, because this isn't helping me whatsoever. Like, another pet peeve is when you come to work and you pretty much do the same thing every day, day in, day out. There's a routine involved, okay? There's a routine involved. Nothing irks me more than that manager that just wants to feel like they're so important that they need to kind of like jump out at you and tell you your duties like you haven't been doing this. And it's always worse when it's a new manager, because it's like, hunty, I've been doing this longer than you have been here. Okay, I think I know what my job is, because you're not telling me anything different than I do any other day. Like, it's weird to me. Like, if you know the type of workers that you possess, why would you feel the need to tell the worker that's one of the functional ones that don't need you to tell them what they need to do something? Like, girl, I got it. Staying on track with supervisors. Another pet peeve of mine is a supervisor that micromanages. Nothing drives me more crazy, because again, it kind of overlaps off of the other, like off of the last point that I made. It's kind of like, bro, why are you doing this? Like, I know my job duties. I don't need you like hovering, trying to, you know, pick apart every single thing I do. I feel like managers like that literally have no life. It's like, don't you have other things, like more important, pressing things that you need to do so that your boss doesn't scream at you? It's like, I think I know, I got this on this end. Like, you're doing entirely too much. Okay, doing entirely too much. Pet peeve number million. I dislike lazy coworkers. I dislike the type of coworkers that come to work and they're literally trying to cheat the system every single day. What do I mean by cheat the system? I'm glad you asked. Let me explain. Those type of associates that come in and literally do the bare minimum. Hell, some of them don't even do the bare minimum. Some of them just literally show up, and that's their idea of doing their job for the day. It's like, what in the world? Why? Why did you even bother? Why did you even bother to come in today if you're not going to be in the least bit functional? If I know that I'm sick or whatever, I'm just in a funk, I'm not feeling it, blah, 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 and I'm just not in the mood to deal with the mental strain that comes with retail, I would literally not even bother to come in. Like, I would try to get rid of my shift. I would call out if it comes to that point. Like, because I feel like when you're working retail, like, you have to be in a certain mindset, because if you're not in a good mindset, people feed off of energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're coming in a store, personally, I've had that happen to me before, where it's my off day, I'm shopping, I go into a store, maybe an associate is not feeling it. It's not their day, it's their off day. You know, they're just having an off day or whatever. And that energy transcends, because like you can literally walk past them and you can feel that type of energy kind of like oozing off of them. So I feel like it's so important to be like in a certain mindset when you're in retail, when you work in retail. I mean, not saying that you shouldn't be in a functional mindset at your job, because really any job you should be in a functional mindset. But I feel like it's more important when you're dealing with customers and you're dealing with the public, just because that type of energy gets transferred, and it gets transferred so easily that it's like you want to make sure you're not doing too much. Okay? And nothing drives me crazy than coworkers that come in and they're in a funky mood or they're in a lazy mood, and they just told themselves, I'm gonna pop up, show up, clock in, and that's gonna be that's gonna be my contribution to the store for the day. It's like, let me tell you what, that's not gonna happen. Okay? No. So yeah, I feel like I've been talking forever, and I feel like the list can go on and on and on and on and on, and I just don't want to be that person rambling on and like ranting about all my different pet peeves, because I swear to God, the list is a mile long. So I'm not even gonna do it to y'all. I'm not even gonna do it to myself. I'm gonna stop here, and you know, you guys can let me know once again down in the comments if you work in retail and if you can feel what I'm talking about. You know, whether you currently work in retail or you have worked in retail in the past. So that's it from me. I will see you guys in the next video, and until then, stay blessed.